They say if we'll only avoid any confrontation with the enemy, he'll forget his evil ways and learn to love us. All who oppose.
To enjoy Layla Undercover, you must be 18 or older, open-minded, non-judgmental, and prepared to laugh, learn, and be entertained. Enjoy the show, sexy.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Layla Undercover. Tonight's topic, strange places to have sex. I'm your bio-host, Aisha, and tonight joining us is our bio-host, Jamitra.
Hello, everybody.
And our social media manager, Joy.
Hey.
So, strange places to have sex. Are there truly strange places? What would you ladies consider strange?
I can say for me, I think the strangest I had sex was at a car wash bathroom.
Nice.
And if we're going to say oral could be considered something like that, I think the strangest place I did oral was a restaurant, Red Robin, in the booth.
At the Red Robin? Yum. Oh, I can never hear that commercial again.
So what about you ladies? What's some of the strangest places you ever done it?
For me, it would have to be so many. Well, on top of a police officer's car.
Yes.
Outside of my Madre's house. And then the second weirdness, in the bathroom of my job.
Really?
I was pregnant, and the hormones had kicked in, and called my baby daddy, and we popped it off in the bathroom real quick.
Awesome.
That is
awesome. So what about you, Aisha?
Okay, well, I used to work for a city hall in South Florida. I guess I shouldn't say the name of it, but I was in the finance department. And at the time, my husband and I had just got married. So there was a huge safe inside of the finance department. And he came while everybody was at lunch. I did not take a lunch because we would close the finance department for an hour. And he came and I snuck him in and we went into the safe. Into the safe, and he bent me over in a box of checks, and it was earning happy.
He cashed that ass, huh?
He cashed that ass in the damn finance department of someplace South Florida. Also, Burger King, a bathroom at Burger King.
You can have it your way at Burger King.
Absolutely. A parking garage deck on South Beach. Right by it, they have like these elevators, and it's kind of ducked off. So in there, also there's a tree that is on South Beach that is on Collins and is that Washington? I don't know what the street is, but anyway, outside on that tree. I mean, it's just the list goes on and on. It's been a lot, but if I had to say strange, those would be Universal Studios. Yeah. I got it anyway.
What?
I got pregnant at Universal Studios, actually.
Well, that's what you should have named the baby, Universal.
In those days, I was freshly married, and there just wasn't any type of places that, we just wanted to
do it.
That we wouldn't. No, in front of people, we didn't care. I mean, not like in front of people, we didn't care, but like at the beach. And there's
that's
people
awesome.
around swimming. Yeah, in the water, out the water. It
but the key is with all of this, you have to find someone to match your freak. Because you can't be shy trying to do it in strange places. Like with me, where I used to live, it was right on top of the car in the middle of the street. And then also in the tow truck.
Oh, yeah. I've never done
that. I think somebody was watching that night. I was getting beat down on that cop car, but I didn't give a rest. Why take a look? Another weird place for me was trapeze. Trapeze is, I guess, what they consider a swingers club. It was very strange, very awkward But by the end of the fifth of the Hennessy, it kind of just loosened it up a little bit. And I was, okay, cool.
So, Joy, you're saying that having sex at a swingers club was strange for you? I mean, isn't that what it's for?
Oh, well, yeah, look. I mean, it was new because when I walked in, it's a buffet. You know, you got people sitting down eating. Everybody's cool. You see like the weirdest shit, like doctors, and everybody's in their work clothes. But then when you go to the back, that's just a whole different set of kind of freaky. I thought the little rooms we went in was like a little private moment. It's a glass, and I can see the next room. And they freaky. So I was like, well, wow, hey, what the fuck? I mean, that was my new level of learning what swinging was all about. I thought it was like people swinging on a sex swing or something, and that's what they call swingers. That was how I initially found out what the definition of swinger was. Because I always considered that a big-ass orgy.
Okay, Joy, thanks for the segue. On that note, when we come back from the break, we'll tap a little bit into swinging. So we'll talk to you guys in a few.
Girl, just because you're a parent doesn't mean you can't get into sex. I mean, drinking Hennessy is how they got here in the first place, right?
Girl, you know it. And tune in to Because I Said So. Yeah, that's our sister show, all about that parenting and joys.
And headaches. These little crumb crushers cause us. It's funny and it's educational. We all need a parent to cry, complain, and laugh with. They're all over at Because I Said So. Join them at blackbossomproductions.com. Okay, thanks for joining us. Again, you're here with Layla Undercover. I'm Aisha. We have Jamitra and also Joy. And we were talking about strange places, but Joy touched on a very interesting subject that I have to talk about, and it's swinging. So, Joy, you said you went to a swingers club here in Atlanta, correct?
Yes.
So for people that don't really understand or know exactly what that is, a swinger it could be a couple of man or woman, two women, two men, but they enjoy having other couples either join in or watch, or some single women go to the club, and it's just a free play area for anything that you like, anything that you desire. There are people that just watch, like myself. I'm a voyeur, so I've never actually partaked at a swingers club, but I do go and enjoy watching others. And it's just a place of free, I call it free play. You can do whatever. They have different rooms for whatever your fetishes and tastes are. And they even have a dance floor. They have a buffet. And the women, of course, we get in almost free to like 11. The men have to pay a lot of money. We get it. Yeah. So it's a really exciting place to go. So will you tell us a little bit more about what happened at the swingers club, Joy?
Sure. I mean, well, when you first walk in, it has this very big ass sign. You cannot miss it. And it's just basically letting you know if you feel uncomfortable being naked around somebody, or if sex makes you uncomfortable, this is not the place for you.
Now, what if you're a voyeur like me? Like, I've never been to a swingers club, but I love to watch. Like, I can play with myself and watch at the same time.
So you're allowed to do so. Clothing is optional. Absolutely.
Oh,
that's what I do.
I feel comfortable naked anywhere.
I'm not the one to just rip my clothes off. Like you said, we have a fluffy thing happening sometimes, and I have to be very comfortable to be naked in front of you. So I don't, that's not something that I do, but I watch, and clothing is optional. You don't have to.
The back clothing is not as optional due to the fact that, everybody's in the back is basically, the only thing you can wear in the back is a robe. Like, there's no cell phones, no tennis shoes. Like, they give you a robe and, like, these shoes to put on. So that's what goes down in the back. In the front, clothes are optional. You're more than welcome to wear your clothes. But when you go to the back area, oh, no. Anything goes. The most you can wear back there is a towel or a robe. I'm not uncomfortable being naked around anyone because I'm a hippie, for one, and I stripped for a very long time. So it's just I wasn't ready. You know, I didn't think I would walk to the back and the first thing I saw was a woman giving oral or, you know, and it's all different shades and different ages. Like, I saw Granny and Grandpa getting it on. That's not sexy to me.
Really?
Maybe when I
that is
age, it'll be sexy to me, but I can't watch them. I'm not going to play with myself today. I can't do that.
To still be senior citizen and have your freak, I think that is sexy. To keep your love alive that long, that is sexy.
Yeah, it was sexy for them. I was like, okay. But to sit there and be like, oh, yeah, can I join? Hell to the no.
Aww.
I was just like, I really hope he don't have going to a cardiac arrest right here tonight.
Is there an odor to the room? Since all of that, and then semen has an odor, women vagina has an odor, and everyone don't eat the same. How does that work?
They do have actual scents, and we'll touch on that when we get back. We're going to break now, and we'll touch on the smell of the swingers club when we come back. You guys stay tuned.
Hey, everybody. It's your girl, Joy Love. Make sure you and your friends come follow us on social media. We have a Twitter at Layla Undercover. We also have an Instagram and a Facebook at Layla Undercover. If you need us, you can contact us at laylaundercover@gmail.com if you want to come and chat with us.
Okay, thank you for coming back. We were talking about the smell of the swingers club. Good point, Demetra. Thank you for asking. I can't wait till you come here because we are definitely going to take you. You're going to have a blast.
And I'm going to need a gas mask because I can't take all smells.
No, there are no. First of all, they have showers there. They have showers that if you are going to go into the back area, they have hot tubs. You have to shower before you do that. They have a incense and they have oils burning. So I've been a couple times. I've never smelled any type of body smells. You know, women are very clean when they go in there. They know if you know that you're going to a place that is involved some possible fucking, you're going to make sure you clean yourself. They don't allow just anybody in. You know, you can't just be nasty, dirty off the street coming here talking about, hey, I'm going to give you some of this. No, it don't work like that. You have to have, and if you do, I'm sure that the people will tell you because they're very open in there. Like, it's like it's like going to a whole different world.
Do they have any hostess walking around with lubricant and condoms and, like, sex toys to, you know, entice everybody's freak?
No sex toys.
So you just come in with your own condom?
You bring your own. They have condoms. They do not offer sex toys. They do not offer lube. You bring your own alcohol. You put it behind the bar. They give you a number, and they have waitresses, or you can go to the bar, you tell them your number, and they'll pour you a drink from your bottle.
Awesome.
Yeah, Joy, I didn't go to the back. Do they have any of that in the back?
Yeah, they're like in each little section, there are different bowls with a ton of condoms in them. I mean, most of the people that were there, they were there with their significant others, so there was not a lot of condom use. But basically, there are like sanitized stations as well. Like, you have to spray, once you're done using the bed, you have to spray it down, wipe it down for the next person to use it or whatever. That's if you go into the different rooms. Then it's, you know, the outside space where there's people standing around watching you have sex. All of that. You just spray down as you go or lay your towel down and y'all do whatever, but it's not dirty. I should say. I didn't have a dirty experience. I didn't leave there itching or nothing like that. It was pretty clean. I mean, I didn't do much.
Do you just walk around with your towel, or somebody's just going to give you different towels?
Mm-hmm. They do give you a towel and a robe. They have lockers there. You can bring your own towels and robes. You know, they kind of have like a one-size-fits-all deal. I don't particularly want to wear a robe that somebody wore because I'm sure they just recycle them.
Yes.
You know, wash them or whatever.
I don't want to wear nobody's
I take my own. Right. I take my own towel and robe and
It's just the only thing why I said it was weird for me was because when I was done with the girl I was with, when I was done, it's when you coming from the back, you go back to the front. There was a breakfast buffet, and after all of that snacking I did, I was hungry. So while I'm trying to eat my little eggs and bacon, this lady and her man was sitting next to me, and she's sucking his dick, and I'm like, oh. Everything goes in there. It don't matter. You can be eating a chicken wing, and they just bust wide open. It doesn't matter.
And when we come back, we're going to wrap it up. But we'll talk a little bit more about this buffet they had, which was amazing. And we'll get our final thoughts. So we'll talk to you guys in a few.
Hey, y'all. This is Jamitra. Let's talk about sex. Yeah, I said it. I love it. You know you love it, too. Now let's talk about it. Your presence is requested right here with me at Layla Undercover each and every week. Sex, and more sex. That turns you on, doesn't it? Sex. Spell these 3 letters out. S-E-X. Yes, baby, sex at Layla Undercover each and every week.
So, ladies, our discussion of strange places to have sex led us into a discussion about swingers clubs and all of the wonderful, fun things that go on there. Jamitra, you have great questions. And Joy, you're full of information. Thank you so much. I'm glad you're able to share. But we were talking about this buffet that was going on. I mean, Joy, the spread was amazing, right?
Yes, that shit was good. Mine is the oral going on next to me. My bacon and my eggs was very good.
When I went, they weren't allowed to do anything in the front. There was no activity in the front. It was what they called a commons area. You could drink, you could dance, the clothing was optional, but there wasn't supposedly any type of sex going on in the commons area in the front. So you probably went on an exciting night. The night I went on was probably, I don't know, grown folks. I don't know. But we did. But that buffet was amazing. So, Janitra, the next time you are in the ATL, Joy and I promise to take you. You're going to have a blast. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for another episode of Layla Undercover. If you'd like to, please follow us on our social media. You can find us at Facebook, Layla Undercover, on Twitter at Layla Undercover, and on Instagram at Layla Undercover. And if you'd like to contact us, send us some of your ideas or some questions you may have. You can reach us at laylaundercover@gmail.com. So until next week, I am your bio host, Aisha, saying good night.
Good night.
Enjoy social media, Joy.
Good night.
See you guys next week.
And they say if we'll only avoid any confrontation with the enemy, he'll forget his evil ways and learn to love us. All who oppose